Rise and shine, YouTube. It's your boy Rise, and today we're going to look at the Skypad 3.0, the most hyped up glass mousepad on the market. Is it worth it? Should you try it? Let's find out. Strap in, listen up, we're going in. All right, this is the most hyped up glass pad on the market. You type in glass pad on Twitter, you're probably going to see a shit ton of Skypad. It's what it is. Skypad has been in the game for probably one of the longest running glass pad manufacturers in the scene. They had the Skypad 2.0, which I've tried before, didn't like it. It was a lot thicker, it was a lot stickier on the skin. At that time, it didn't like arm sleeves, and it was slower. This one, though, the Skypad 3.0, is slimmer, smoother, and faster. Now, why do people tend to go towards glass mouse pads now? Well, one, yes, there's a lot of hype around them. But two, it's all about you. It's all about your control of your mice and your movement when you're gaming. The ultimate thing for an M&K player is to be comfortable, is to be natural with your movements. It's to be just overall to get better. It's to get better mouse control, right? When it comes to glass pads, those help you achieve that, in my opinion. When it comes to just moving the mouse, it's effortless. There is no tug on the bottom of the skates. And I have 4 mice here that all have different skates. EC3 has BTL skates. The transparent, or the clear X2, has the HoverPad V2s. The blue X2 has the X-Ray Pad Obsidian. I don't really recommend these because they are probably the loudest ones out of the bunch, but they are smooth, but they are loud, which I don't like that. The Kovacs edition has Tiger Ice, except there's no middle skate, which it's fine. You're not going to notice it. The Tiger Ice is probably the fastest skate combination with the Skypad. So if you want even faster, Tiger Ice. Now, you'll see a lot of pros across the scene. Valorant, Apex, Overwatch, any FPS game, you'll notice somebody in the scene using a Skypad. People were like, well, you can't use a Skypad in Valorant. You can. It's all about learning how to control that mouse. In Valorant, when you have a character strafing side to side, try and hit their one tap on you, it is just extremely easy just to swap back and forth to follow their head. When you have an Octane running side to side in Apex, it's extremely easy to switch back to forth to strafe with them with your mouse and your tracking and everything to hit those shots that you need to hit to kind of connect and send them back to the lobby because they were weirdos. When it's just effortless, you know, it's all you, it's all about you, and it's a great way to get better. Now, would I recommend going to a cloth pad after using a hard pad? No. I've tried it multiple times, and it's just not it for me anymore. Now, when I do use a cloth pad, it has to be a mid-base, because I do press down. This is also why I like hard pads and glass pads, right? You can press down a little bit, and it doesn't change the speed. It doesn't change anything about the pad. It's still smooth. It's still fast. It's still just as smooth as my bald-ass head, right? And at the end of the day, it's super easy to clean. Spray bottle, wipe down, you know what I mean? Microfiber cloth, you know? And then boom, it's clean. It's like brand new. The one con of these pads is if you pick up dust, it gets on your skates and makes a scratchy sound. It's very, very annoying, but you just wipe the skates, you wipe the pad, brand new. Now, the base of the pad, so we're going to look at that right now. The base of the Skypad has 4 feet on the bottom, 1 in each corner. One thing about this is it doesn't matter about the base of a Skypad. It really doesn't, right? People are going to show you when you press down extremely hard on the middle of the pad, you're going to get some flex, but you're never going to do that on a glass pad. Unless you're raging to the point of where you're smashing the Skypad, you're not going to feel that at all. You're not going to feel a flex. You're not going to, it's a glass pad. It's a hard pad. You're not going to feel that. So don't worry about seeing those other reviews where they press down in the middle of the glass pad, because you're never going to feel that. Let's talk about skin. I was never a arm sleeve fan. Never. Ever. And when I got this Skypad, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use an arm sleeve. Now this thing goes pretty far up my arm. It goes about to the shoulder, and it squeezes the upper arm, which I hate that. But when I use this, I kind of roll it down. So now it is basically just on my forearm. Now I do pull it up a little bit over the palm, because that's where my hand is in most contact with the pad. And that's where the palm gets stickier on the surface. So without it, you're going to have more friction on the pad when your palm is touching, which for me, my palm is always in contact with the pad. But then you just roll it up a tiny bit and it's perfect. You still have freedom of your fingers, which I don't like the ones that go up on the fingers, because it kind of constricts it, and then I just don't like the feeling of it. But now it's smooth, it's fast. There's no problem. There's no problem at all. Now, yeah, you see, I'm wiping off the skates because I feel a little bit of, a little bit of dust building up. Like right there, probably just something on the pad. Now it's gone. Look at that. All in all, for the price, I mean, it's a glass pad. You're going to pay a little bit for a glass pad, right? But the best thing about these are durable. Like I said before, they're easy to clean, and they're super consistent. They don't slow down. They don't get muddy. They don't get those slow spots like cloth pads. And honestly, that's probably the best part on this. If you want a pad that's going to last you probably the whole time throughout your gaming career or your streaming career or your FPS scene career until you get super bored of every FPS game, because they all suck right now, this Skypad is probably going to be your best friend. Or any glass pad on the market, except for the Sonar, because it's slow. But if you like control pads, there you go. When it comes to speed, fastest glass pad on the market. Followed right behind that is the Super Glide from Pulsar. And followed behind the Pulsar, for me, right now, it's the Serapad Kin. You're going to say I'm crazy, but the Serapad Kin right now is actually pretty damn fast. And it does have more tug than the Skypad and Super Glide, but it has least amount of tug compared to the Sonar and the Atlas. I don't know. Could be because I have an updated version of that pad. I have no idea. But I like it. But there you go. YouTube, there you go. Gamers, Skypad 3.0. If you want probably the fastest, it's not probably, it is the fastest glass pad on the market. Pick this boy up. Go to town. Now it's gonna take you time to get used to the speed if you're not used to it, right? So give it a few weeks. If you have to adjust your sense, go for it. I changed my sense freaking too much, but I have been a lot more consistent on keeping to one sense, and I don't even change it anymore when I swap pads. But there you go, Skypad 3.0. Shout out to Skypad for sending this out. Go check it out. Love you guys. Rise up, and God bless.